When a toddler is screaming on the floor, parents are often told to either be tougher on their kids or just to ignore them altogether. And when researchers watched these toddlers over the course of a year, neither of these simple slogans remained. The parenting behaviours that mattered were forced inconsistency, and the direction of these findings is worth understanding. Welcome back, my name is Joanna. I'm a mum to two, I'm an ex-teacher, I'm a history, philosophy grad. I just like research, I like it. I find parenting can be pretty hard sometimes, and I like to go to research to try and make better informed decisions so I can try my best to be a better mum. That's the goal. If you like the idea of that, please do hit like and subscribe. I'd love to have you join in on this journey. The study is called Parenting Discipline Techniques and Changes in Observed Temper Tantrum Severity in Toddlers, and it's carried out in 2022 and appeared in 2023 Research Journal. The research followed 94 children, 53 of them are boys, and they were between 20 and 43 months old. And they measured these families 3 times, 6 months apart. Mothers reported how often they used different approaches like power assertion, consistency, and ignoring. Power assertion included things like grabbing the child, yelling, shouting, punishing. Consistency means communicating with the child and following through on rules predictably, i.e., if you do that again, I'll take it away. Crucially, researchers did not simply ask parents to rate how bad the tantrums were. At each visit, they filmed the children having a standardised play and clean up task at home, and the trained coders then scored behaviours like crying, screaming, falling down, hitting, kicking, throwing in 15-second intervals. Let's just clear up what do we mean by temper tantrum severity. So it's not about the child being good or bad, it was a combination of how long the tantrum behaviour lasted, mixed with how aggressive it became as well. So measuring both length and heat of the emotional storm. Now let's look at the findings. Now, when a mother used more power assertion than what was normal for the toddlers, observed tantrum severity increased over time. Greater consistency, however, predicted lower tantrum severity over time. The effects here are quite small, but they did remain statistically significant, even after the model accounted for a child's age and sex and separated stable differences between families from the changes happening within each family. Ignoring the child's behaviour did not predict a later improvement in the tantrum severity either, and the reverse pathway was not significant either. More severe observed tantrums did not predict later changes in mothers' self-reported discipline. That does not mean that attention never reinforces particular behaviour, or that every parent must stay closely engaged throughout every outburst. It means that this study did not find evidence that greater use of ignoring made them less severe over time. So what about this study? Let's have a critical look at the study itself. So it's not a randomised trial. Researchers didn't assign some families to be more shouty or more grabby or more consistent. That would probably be an ethical issue there. So it can't prove that power assertion caused worse tantrums or that consistency caused improvement. The sample was also small, it was just 94 children as well. Parenting was reported only by the mothers, and the tantrums were only observed during the 3-minute clean-up task, which triggered those tantrums. That is stronger than just asking a parent to just write it down and report. However, a tidy-up research task is not the same as a supermarket or bedtime, bath time, or a sibling I can't share dispute. Now, why might this happen? Now, researchers suggested 2 plausible pathways. Forceful adult behaviour may well just be modelling the very behaviour that you're trying to stop your toddler from showing. And also, increasing the stress of the situation makes the child's already overwhelmed regulation system even more overwhelmed and unregulated. However, consistency might reduce uncertainty for the child. So if you're clear about the boundary and then they break the boundary, they know what's going to happen. If you repeatedly take a toy away from a child when they snatch, they know what's going to happen next time. If they keep snatching, they know what's going to happen. And so they can probably predict what's going to happen. Calm, reliable follow-throughs do not guarantee a calm child, but it can make the environment easier to learn from. What is the parenting takeaway? The takeaway is never don't lose your patience. I mean, realistically, we all probably do at some point. I know I do. Some days are harder than others. Sometimes behaviour just goes out the window. Parenting a dysregulated toddler is really hard, and one bad response from you as a parent does not ruin or shape their future in a bad way. What we do need to do though is apologise if we do lose our temper ourselves, but try and listen to these sorts of studies that tell us that responding with force and aggression doesn't help. That's really important, and it really empowers you when you're feeling angry in the moment, that you know that shouting actually isn't going to help and you have to think of a way to try and stay calm and deal with it in another way. I find that really helps me. There's a useful distinction between holding a boundary and overpowering a child. A boundary is just staying firm with the adult voice that you have and your body, as calm as you realistically can. I won't let you hit me. I'm going to move away. The answer is still no. I'm here when you're ready is a good script that you could say. But consistency also doesn't mean a robotic perfection either. Responsiveness doesn't mean giving in. It just means that you're making it predictable for your child and you're avoiding unnecessary escalation. If tantrums are really prolonged, frequently aggressive, they involve self-injury or leave you worried about language, sensory needs development, anything like that where it's pretty extreme and there are other causes for concern there, you need to be going to a health visitor or a GP, because not all tantrums are bad behaviour. Sometimes families just need more help than others, and there might be other things that are going on. So if you're finding it hard, you're not alone. Speak to someone and you will be able to get some support. I find research like this really helps ground me in being a better parent when I'm finding it hard. Knowing that I need to make the right decisions in the moment empowers me to try and stay calm when I know that shouting can not be great, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm tired. It's my bedtime. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what is your experience with holding up boundaries. How do you respond to your child in these sorts of situations? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear. And I'll see you for another video another time after I get some sleep. See you later.